second film, On Dangerous Ground. And I'm just curious, how many people have not seen this movie before? Oh, great, fantastic, a lot. Well, I'm glad you're seeing it here. This was not an easy film to see for a long time. It wasn't easy to see when it came out. RKO sort of dumped it, little knowing that the director, Nicholas Ray, would go on in a few short years to make movies like Rebel Without a Cause and so many other successful films of that decade. This was one of Bernard Herrmann's favorite of his own projects. It's one that he spoke about a great deal. And it's a great example of his gift at writing music for stories about alienated anti-heroes. If you have someone who's alienated, Herrmann was your man, whether it was Charles Foster Kane or later Travis Bickle or the character that Robert Ryan plays in this film, named Jim Wilson, a cop who has seen too much in the city. And as you watch the early scenes, notice that Herrmann chooses not to score very much of the beginning of the movie, the scenes set in the city. He realized that was working really dramatically on its own, and he uses the music really to set the scene. Well, he takes us into Wilson's mind, but he really starts to describe the psychological journey he goes on with the physical journey of his character when he goes into the country, which, as we will see, is a place full of both beauty and menace, and no one was better at combining those two things, beauty and a sense of danger, than Herrmann. For the character of Mary, played by Ida Lupino, Herrmann had a very inventive idea that, again, goes back to that idea I was talking about earlier of his sense of orchestration. He chose a very unusual instrument, the viola d'amore, which he felt had a veiled quality, to use his phrase. And he said that because the character of Mary was blind and saw things differently, that the viola d'amore matched the color of her character. And Herrmann asked RKO to give a screen credit to the musician who played that very important voice in the score, and RKO refused. So Herrmann, who was temperamental but very generous, shared his own screen card, which otherwise would have been a solo card, with Virginia Majeski, who plays that part. And Herrmann saves the best for almost last with a cue that he called the Death Hunt. And he occasionally said that this was his own favorite of all the pieces that he wrote for movies. And you will hear no fewer than 8 horns getting the work out of their lives, playing this incredible diabolical scherzo that I think really kind of captures both the terror of the hunted as well as the hunter in the final minutes. And like other Herrmann cues, some that you heard here in Cape Fear, famously in Psycho, the shower scene, there's no music, and then boy, there's a lot of music. It makes you just jump when it starts. In 2007, the Death Hunt was chosen by Esa-Pekka Salonen and the Los Angeles Philharmonic to be the concert closer for the opening night of Disney Hall. And it's a great clip, by the way. It's still on YouTube, so I would check that out. And when you hear this, I think even with monophonic sound, you'll hear why this hair-raising ride into hell became one of Bernard Herrmann's favorite pieces. So I think it's a terrific movie, and it's a great score, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.